Itong question 37 is about the International Committee. Dito natin malalaman deeper kung ano ang application ng International Committee. So alam natin yung International Committee, ito yung mutual respect granted by each state to one another in order to maintain peace and order, na walang iringan, walang gulo. Ganon yung yung punto. So regardless kung gaano kaliit yung bansa na yan or gaano kalaki or gaano siya kahina, with the application of International Committee, they have to respect each other. The question is, or the information about this question is, the foreign government establishes a new embassy in the Philippines. Ang tawag doon entity, let's call that entity X, to manage diplomatic affairs. So ito yung government na function nito ng foreign. Also begins operating commercial. Meron din siyang commercial airline which generates tickets, sales revenue. So this is not related doon sa kanyang governmental function or state function. Ang tanong, which statement most accurately applies the principle of International Committee and its practical scope? So hanggang sa anong boundary or ano yung limitation ng application ng International Committee. Kasi pagdating sa International Committee, hindi pwedeng mag-impose ng tax yung isang state against the other state or another state government. Yun yung International Committee. So dito, ang tanong dito, hanggang saan yung kanyang application? Ano yung kanyang limitasyon? Okay? Concerning the tax liability of these two entities. Kasi yung si foreign state nga, mayroon siyang dalawang entity. Dito sa Pilipinas, yung isa ay nag-exercise ng diplomatic affairs, yung isa naman ay nagbebenta ng ticket, airlines ticket. So, tanongin natin si A. Sabi ng A, both X and entity daw are fully exempt from the Philippine taxes. This is not true. Tandaan natin, yung International Committee ay hanggang lang doon sa governmental function ng foreign state. Hindi siya yung kanyang being exemption from the tax is hanggang doon lang sa kanyang state function. Outside than that, hindi pwedeng ma-apply yung kanyang immunity from tax ng dahil doon sa International Committee. So therefore, hindi tama itong letter A. Itong letter B naman, both are subject to the Philippine income tax. Hindi pwede. Kasi pag yung in-exercise niya is state function lang or is may exercise siya ng state function, yung exercise na yan ay hindi pwedeng patawan ng tax dito sa Pilipinas. Katlo is yung entity X is exempt, which is yung diplomatic function, that is a state function, because the International Committee's primary purpose is to grant immunity to purely sovereign governmental functions. Yeah, that's correct. However, yung sa entity Y, airlines commercial income, is subject to tax kasi nga, as the protection does not extend to the proprietary or purely commercial activities. So I would like you to know that na hindi siya pwede ma-extend doon sa kanyang proprietary or purely commercial activities. So this is correct. Letter D, alamin natin bakit siya mali or tama. Entity Y naman is exempt under the reciprocal. The basis of that exemption is not the reciprocal principle. The basis of that is International Committee. Kaya hindi ito tama. Tapos police power pag yun. Then, while the entity X daw is subject to property tax now. So, again, there are multiple mistakes in here. So, yeah, and therefore, it is not our correct choice. So, the right answer is letter C. So, again, I think that's enough of the explanation for that. There's no need for further make explanations to explain more.